I'm Erin with 5 Parks Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Today's class is a yoga class for deep relaxation. So before you begin today, just make sure that your environment where you are right now is conducive to relaxing. Maybe you want to turn on some soothing music in the background, or light a candle, or just remove distractions from around you so that you can really just aid in your relaxation, in addition to practicing these relaxing poses and breathing exercises. Just a quick shout out to my Patreon supporters and to my subscribers. Thank you all for your support. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. And don't forget to click the bell icon for notifications. So we're going to start today on our backs. So once you're kind of settled in your space around you, then come onto your mat and lay down on your back. And we're going to start in Shavasana, a very relaxing posture where you are not going to have any tension to hold in your body. So in Shavasana, you're just going to let your legs be long on your mat, and you're going to let your arms rest alongside your body with your palms face up. So move around before you just settle into stillness so that you're comfortable, and again, so that you have no tension in your body. So you can wiggle your toes and your fingers. You can just kind of rock your hips side to side, move your shoulders around, and then maybe rock your head side to side, releasing any tension that you're holding on to in your neck. And of course, as soon as possible, close your eyes. Take a body scan here. So working your way from your toes all the way to the crown of your head, just checking in with your feet and your legs, your hips, your belly, your fingers, your arms, your shoulders and your neck. Just pause for longer when you come all the way up to your face. Lots of tension is often held in our jaw and our forehead, maybe our temples, near the eyes. So see if you can just relax your entire face, softening jaw and forehead. And let's now begin to bring our awareness to our breathing. So moving from just your natural rhythm of your breath into a more conscientious breathing pattern. So let's begin together with a cleansing breath. So breathe in deeply through your nose and hold it at the top. When you're ready, let it go through your mouth. Again, keeping tension out of your jaw and your forehead, begin to breathe in and out through your nose. So your lips are sealed, but not tightly. Try to form and shape your breath so that your inhales and your exhales are long and deep and slow. This naturally moves the body into a deeper state of relaxation. Just notice that happening as your breath deepens and slows. remind you throughout class that try to continue to stay connected to your long, slow, and steady breaths, and we're going to begin to stretch the body in a reclined position. So you're going to stay on your back. If at any point you are confused about what I'm guiding you to do, of course you can just sit up or peek or pause. We're going to start by drawing the right knee into the chest. So straighten your left leg long and begin to bring some activity into that left leg. Draw your right knee in, take your hands around your knee, and then start to squeeze your knee up toward your shoulder. So you're just compressing your right hip here. Continuing to breathe deep, though, all the way down into the belly. Relax the grip on your right knee and guide it across your body for a twist. So you're going to bring your right knee to the left and bring your right arm into either a goalpost position with your palm facing up or a capital T position, straight arm with your palm facing down. Come back to center and switch sides. So you're going to extend your right leg long on your mat. Again, bringing some activity into your right leg. You don't need to make it rock hard, but make sure that your leg is engaged and straight. And then draw your left knee into your chest. So hands around your knee. Bring your left knee up toward your left shoulder. So squeezing it in so that you feel a compression in your left hip. Taking approximately 3 long breaths in these poses. I'm just counting my own breathing. And then guide your left knee across your body to the right. Set it down on the floor if it reaches. If it doesn't reach, you can always set your knee on a bolster or a block. Bring your left arm into either goalpost, palm face up, or T, palm face down. Back to center. Bring both knees into your chest. You can reach your arms around your legs, taking hold of your fingers or opposite hand toward wrist or opposite hand toward elbow. But try to keep your toes and your heels side by side. Hugging your knees now in so you're compressing both hips. So we're going to do some hip compressions and hip openers. Another place in the body where we store a lot of tension and stress. These are really, really good in aiding in releasing stress. Last breath here. Release both feet flat to the floor so your knees are pointing up toward the ceiling. We're going to take reclined pigeon, hip opener. So cross your right ankle over your left knee. Draw your left leg in toward your chest so you can take hold of the back of your thigh or your shin. And just draw your left knee in so that you feel an opening in your hip and your glute on your right side. and release and switch sides. So plant your right foot on your mat, knee points up, left knee or left ankle crosses over right knee. Bring your right foot up off the floor, hold on to the back of your thigh or the front of your shin and hold here. Release both feet flat to the floor, so both knees are pointing up toward the ceiling. So bring your feet now to about mat distance apart, so wider than your hips. Your toes can face slightly out. Bring your arms into a goalpost position with both palms facing up toward the ceiling and start to rock your knees side to side. A gentle, slow, relaxing, rocking motion. This is a great release for your low back and your hip flexors. Continue with your long, slow, steady breathing. And from here, take one more to each side, depending on the speed of your rocking back and forth, and we'll meet back in a neutral position, both knees up toward the ceiling. Bring your feet back to hip distance apart. Bring your arms alongside your body now with your palms facing down. We're gonna take some rolls up and down the spine now, so up to a bridge pose. You don't need to go super high or crank your hips up to the ceiling, but try to feel your spine as it rolls up and down. So start to lift your hips up, just rolling one vertebra at a time, taking your time. And then as soon as you come to the height you want to be at, just roll back down. And we'll just do a couple of those. So at your own pace, gentle rolls. One more. Relax your hips back down onto your mat. Now we're going to take banana pose. So bring both feet to the right corner of your mat. Start to bump your hips to the left edge of your mat, and then bring both shoulders to the right edge of your mat. So this is a side stretch, the entire length of the left side of your body. So to maximize this stretch, you want to keep your hip and your shoulder on the floor. So try to avoid rolling off. If you need to back out of the pose to keep your hips flat to the floor, do that. If you want to deepen the pose, you can cross one ankle over the other, or you can take opposite hand to opposite elbow above your head. We're switching sides, so I'll guide you into the other side. You're now going to take your feet to the left corner, bottom corner of your mat. You're going to bump your hips to the right edge of your mat. You're going to bump your shoulders to the left upper corner or edge of your mat. Make any adjustments so that you can keep your right hip and your right shoulder flat to the floor. Option to cross your ankles, option to take opposite hand to opposite elbow above your head. Breathe deeply here. So you're gonna release from this pose. You can kind of just make your way back to center, but then right away you're gonna roll onto your left side. You're just preparing to come up to a seated position, nice and slow. So just rest your head on your arm, your knees slightly hugging in. Take one more breath here. And just slowly press your way up to a seated position. And begin by crossing your right ankle in front of your left. And we're going to take some neck stretches here. So you're going to take your right hand, place it on the floor, and take your left hand to the top of your head and guide your left ear to your left shoulder. And switch sides. So bring your left hand to your mat, bring your right hand on top of your head, and guide your right ear to your right shoulder. And release. Now you're going to take both hands right behind your hips, flat to the floor, your fingers pointing forward. And you're just going to, well, you can tent your fingers if you want, or you can place them flat to the floor, whatever works for you. You're just going to take a little chest opener here. So start to lift, draw your shoulders down and back as you lift your chest and lift your chin. Breathe into your chest. Expanding and opening your heart center and your throat center. Come back to center. Now switch the cross of your legs. So your left leg is now in front of your right. And you're just going to walk your hands forward into a gentle forward fold. So you can just round your spine and you can bring your forehead either to blocks, a bolster, or maybe your fists. And just gonna roll your way all the way back up to seated. Walk your hands forward to the front of your mat and come into a tabletop position. So position your shoulders over your wrists and your hands over your knees. And let's take some slow, deep breathing cats and cows. So big breath in as you drop your belly down, stretch and open through the front of your body, and a big breath out as you round and you stretch and open through the back side of your body. And again. One more time. And come back to a neutral tabletop position. You're going to extend your right leg straight out behind you with your toes tucked under and start to rock back and forth. So releasing tension and stretching your right calf, your right ankle, and all 5 toes on your right foot. Now lift your right leg up and cross over your left leg and place your extended right leg on the floor with your toes tucked. From here, you're going to begin to walk your hands to the left. So you're going to start to look back toward your your right foot. So you stretch through your right side. And then come back to center, come back to tabletop, and switch sides. So extend your left leg back behind you, tuck your toes under, and rock back and forth, stretching your left calf, ankle, foot, and toes. Now lift your left leg up, cross it over your right. Keep your toes tucked so your heel is lifted off of your mat. Walk your hands to the right, so in the direction of your straight leg so that you can look back toward your left toes. Feel that deep stretch in your left side. Walk your hands back to center, come back to tabletop position. All right, we're moving into child's pose. So bring your knees wide to the edges of your mat, bring your toes to touch, and bring your hips back to your heels. Walk your hands forward until your forehead is touching something. So if you'd like to, you can take a bolster or a block, or you can stack your hands. Or if your head reaches the floor, just rest your forehead down on your mat. You can let your arms be loose and relaxed versus active and long. And again, just make sure that your forehead is in contact with something. And once you're settled here into your child's pose, make sure your eyes are closed, and then just kind of rock your head side to side. So you're just massaging out your third eye center, this space right between your eyes, between and above your eyes on your forehead. Don't forget your long, slow, steady breaths in and out through your nose. And for this last breath, just find stillness here. Let's take a stretch for the shoulders. You can stay with your legs as they are if this is feeling like it's getting tiring for your hips or your low back. Just bring your knees together. And you're going to slide your left arm underneath your right and come onto your left shoulder and your left ear. Sure that your head is really heavy and you don't have any tension in your neck. And switch sides. You're going to slide your right arm underneath your left and come onto your right shoulder and your right ear. Let the weight of your head entirely relax. Forward. One last shoulder opener. You're just going to slide yourself onto your belly. Now we're going to open the front of the shoulder. So let's start on the right. Bring your right arm straight out to the side, palm faces down. Rest your right ear on your mat. Again, head is heavy. And you're going to roll in the direction of your right arm. Left leg is going to come up and over. Plant it on the floor. Close your eyes. Feel the stretch in your chest, the front of your right shoulder. back through center. Bring your left arm straight out to the left, palm faces down, and you're gonna roll in the direction of your left arm. Left ear comes to your mat and head relaxes on your mat. Right leg up and over. Close your eyes. Through center. So we're making our way back onto your mat. You can push up and over so that your feet are where your head is now, or you can just roll onto your back. Okay, the last pose we're going to take before Shavasana is happy baby pose. So bring your legs, your feet up off the floor, bring your legs wide. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs, you can hold on to your calves, your ankles, or your feet, and just rock side to side. Gentle, slow rocks. Just a gentle squeeze of your knees in, and let's return to where we started in Shavasana. So again, taking the time to make yourself comfortable in this pose. If you want to take a moment to support yourself with pillows, bolsters, blanket, definitely take the time to do that now. Just whatever is going to help you get into an even deeper state of relaxation. Maybe notice the difference in this pose here than the first pose of your practice. Maybe your mind has settled. Hopefully your body has relaxed and released tension. And then just enjoy our natural soundtrack in the background, the breeze, and the ocean waves. Taking a body scan once again, working your way up from your toes all the way to the crown of the head, releasing anything left you're holding on to. Just notice if you're clenched up in any part of your body. One last big deep breath here. Make it your biggest one yet, holding it at the top. Let it go through your mouth. And just return to the natural rhythm of your breathing. No force, no effort. today, as you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste.